My name's Wyatt. Welcome to XALT Ministries. Today we're going to look at King of My Heart. This song is done by many different artists. Kutless is one of them that's done it that I've heard. That's actually one of my favorites. But the original artist for this is going to be John Mark and Sarah McMillan. This song is, because of different artists, it's also done in many different keys. I've been experimenting with many of the different keys, trying to find out which one I like, which one sounds good. I originally was actually going to just do the basic where it was in the key of C, and then I switched to a key of F sharp, which was actually quite interesting, and now I'm to the key of C sharp. So that's what I'm going to do this tutorial in, this key of C sharp. If you want to do it in the key of F sharp, which is kind of cool, you can just do capo 2 and play E chords, but for this one we're going to do capo 1 and play C chords to get our C sharp. So your song So for your song, like, you're going to have your standard C, your F, your G, your A minor, and then also the 5th chord of D minor. So before we get started with putting this together the song, let's take a look at all of our chords, see what we got to learn, see what we got to get in muscle memory, and then let's get to the rest of the song. Let's look at the chords. We're doing this in the key of C sharp. So you have your capo 1, C chords. Your chords are going to be a C, an F, an A minor, and a D, a G and a D minor. That's that 5th chord that you're only going to be using for like the outro. It's that D minor. So let's look at the C real quick. These are different variants of these chords. I call them worship chords because they contain these notes at all times. Okay. So you know what? So that was a very bad example, but so on the C for this, you're going to have a mute 3 2 open 1 3. Sorry for my bad camera focus. It is not doing a very good job. Anyways, so that's going to be your C. Your F is to take these two, drop them down 1. That's going to be your F. Mute top 2. So you have a mute 3 2 1 3. Remember, these fingers do not move at all, so they get them comfortable, or they probably will be very uncomfortable by the time you're done. So, like how we went from a C to an F, now we're going to go from C and go up 1 to the G. So you have F, C, G, and that's going to be a 3 2 open 1 3. The other one we're going to look at is going to be your A minor variant, and that is done, the easiest way to look at it is when you have your C, you take out this finger and you roll this finger over onto both strings, or if you can't do it that way, then you're going to have to squeeze it like that. I personally have forced myself to learn how to do 2 strings, 1 finger. So this is going to be your A minor, which is a mute open 2 2. I get that right. Mute open 2 2 1 3. Okay, and then your D minor, you're just gonna, like how you're at your F when you're muting with your F and you're muting both strings. You're just gonna take this finger off, and that'll be your D minor. So you have D minor. So you have D minor F, D minor F. All right. So your D minor is gonna be a mute open 2 1 3. F. D minor, F. Okay, and that's going to be your 5 chords for this. So if we let's start off from like the top, and I literally mean the top. G, C, F, and then you have your A minor and your D minor. There's all 5 right there. So let's get to the rest of the song, put these together. If you need to go back and look at where the muscle memory is and everything for these, go on ahead, and then we're going to get started doing the next part. Alrighty, so now you got your chords. You have your C, your F, your G, your A minor, and your D minor. There it is. The D minor, you're only going to have to use, sorry. The D minor you're only going to have to use at the very last part of the song at the outro. Other than that, it's just the basic 4 chords. So to start off with this, I'm going to put the strum pattern right up here. And the strum pattern is actually one of the more popular ones that I use for this. I am now providing the numbered strum pattern as well as the down-up version for those who are having trouble reading the numbered one. I personally like the numbered one because I know where my beats are at, because I'm actually counting numbers, not just down up and trying to find out what beat I'm at throughout the song. So that's my reason for using numbered ones. Plus they're a little more organized for me. Okay, so let's start off with the song. We're going to start off right on a C note. And it's going to be, let the king of my heart. So C and then to F. Be the mountain where I run. Back to C. So let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run. Okay? And now we're going to go to the A minor. The fountain I drink from. So it's going to be A minor to G. The fountain I drink from. And then O E is my song is F to C. O E is my song. So far we have let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run. The fountain I drink from. O E is my song. Okay? And then we're just going to repeat that. So we have, once again, we start off with C. Let the king of my heart, F, be the shadow where I hide, C. A minor, the ransom for my life, G. O E is my song, F to C. Now, if I can combine that with the strumming pattern real quick, if you need any practice with the chords, just go back, pause the video while I'm going through it. So we have, let the king of my heart. So, real quick with the strum pattern, in order to practice, if this strum pattern is completely new to you, in order to practice the strum pattern, you want to practice it muted. So that way you hear your down and your ups. So for this strum pattern, it's going to be 1, 3, 4, and. So you have 1, 3, 4, and. That's your first part. So 1, 3, 4, and. Practice that part. Then the next part is going to be and 3, 4, and. So you have 1, 3, 4, and 3, 4, and. It's going to sound like this. Let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Let the king of my heart be the shadow where I hide, the ransom for my life. Oh, he is my song. I get words in this song mixed up quite a bit because they were so similar in terms of beats. Okay, so that's your first verse. Now let's look at your chorus. Chorus is going to be extremely simple. Chorus is pretty much your A minor to your G, your F, your C. A minor, G, F, C. And it's going to sound like, you are good, good, oh, you are good, good, oh. And it repeats that 4 times. So if I put my strum pattern to it, it's going to be like this. And you are good, good, oh, you are good, good, oh, and you are good, good, oh, you are good, good, oh. And then we're going to go right back into the second verse. Second verse has got the exact same chord pattern as the first verse, so we just kind of go right on into it. So you start off with the C, remember? Let the king of my heart, F to C, be the wind inside my sails. Okay, and then you have your same progression that you just used for your chorus, you're going to use for this next line here, which is the A minor, G, F, C. So that B is like, the anchor in the waves, oh, he is my song. Keep on singing. Let the king of my heart, F to C, be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days, oh, he is my song. And back to the chorus. You are good, good, oh, you are good, good, oh, you are good, good, oh. And sometimes I forget how many times I do that line. So after that, now, I mean, it's a very simple song to learn. Now, for the bridge. The bridge, they kind of have a bridge 1 and a bridge 2. Now, in my opinion, I'm just going to do the bridge 2. Now, the reason why is bridge 1 and bridge 2 are exactly the same in terms of words. They're all like, you're never gonna let me down, okay? The difference though is that the first bridge is got a whole bunch of different chords because it's meant to be in a crescendo. Now I'm not going to go through all those because if I were trying to memorize the bridge, even with all those different chords, I just wouldn't be able to get it because the chords change so differently. There's almost no pattern to it whatsoever. So we're just going to go to bridge 2, which on your chord sheet below that's attached, you just go to the bridge 2 on the chord sheet. If you want to go to the bridge 1, that's fine. The chords are all there, all provided. They're pretty simple to where they go. It's just I like the consistency of the bridge 2, and it's like I said, it's not much different. Your bridge 2 is going to have the exact same chord progression as your chorus. So you're still going to have the A minor to G to F to C. So you're going to have you're never gonna let me down, oh. You're never gonna let me down. You're never gonna let me down, no. You're never gonna let me down. And then go right into the chorus. You are good, oh. And you already pretty much know the chorus. So that's the bridge. It's just a difference of words from the chorus, same chords and everything. The ending to the song, or the instrumental into the ending, is where that D minor now starts to come into place. So we have on your outro, or whatever you want to call it, your instrumental outro to the end, you're gonna have there's gonna be 2 different progressions. Your first progression is just gonna be one line of your chorus or bridge, which is the A minor, G, F, and C. And then it's going to go to that D minor, and then D minor, C, F. So it's going to sound like this. And what that's doing is that's going to get you into your outro. Your outro is going to be the exact same chord progression. So you have your one progression from the chorus plus your D minor, C, and F. So we have when the night is holding. So you have your A minor. When the night is holding, G. Get my other note in there. Holding on, F, on to me, C. So when the night is holding on to me, D minor, God is, and then C, holding on, F. So when the night is holding on to me, God is holding on. When the night is holding on to me, God is holding on. Now, if you want to end it completely different, that's completely up to you. You get to be the one that kind of instructs the song the way you want. That's the beauty about being able to do covers and be able to do your own renditions of songs. But that's pretty much how King of My Heart is done. Once again, this is by John Mark. That's John Mark is in first and middle name. John Mark and then Sarah McMillan. Please enjoy the song. Play it over. Very simple to use. If you want to do it in the key of F sharp, real quickly, you're just going to transpose your chords accordingly. Down on the chord sheet, there's a transpose button. On your intro, if you're doing this right now in the key of C, you're going to see A minor, G, F, and C. If you're going to transpose it to E, your chords will then be C sharp minor, B, A, and E. That's so that way you know what your chords are. But if you had it, it would sound a little higher, but also a little lower at the same time. If I was to sing it real quick, doing it, it'd be a little bit like this. Let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. You are good, good. Oh, you are good, good. Oh. So it sounds a little bit like that. It's a little higher of a tone, but it still keeps that lower point as well. So that's an experiment that I was going with, and that's with key of F sharp. That's capo 2 playing E chords. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'll get more coming. I also have an older song that is a very simple song. It's got 2 small verses and a chorus, and that'll be coming up next. That I'll be doing here very shortly. So thank you very much for watching. You guys have a blessed day.